5-minute circuit where we're focusing on stability. So a lot of core today, we're going to be moving and we're going to be stabilizing with our core. So you should feel this in your abs and your a little bit of hip flexor today. So we're starting off with a hanging knee tuck. So we're coming over to the bar. Okay, the secret to these is before you start, you've got to make sure that you tilt that pelvis anteriorly just a little bit. Otherwise, you're going to use all your hip flexor. You've got to tilt and almost have that little V shape, and then you bring your knees up from here. Trying not to swing too much. Okay, trying to exhale and use those lower abdominals to pull your legs up so that you get that core workout that we're aiming for instead of just using your hip flexors. So you got 12 of those. Then we come over. This is a new one. We've got a band extended lateral core walk. So we're gonna have the band. You're gonna have it out, have quite a bit of tension on it, and you're holding it out here in this midline position. And then you're gonna walk one. Oh, that's too much. Okay, you're gonna walk 1, 2, and then back. Trying to keep this band from pulling you back over. You wanna keep it at the midline as you walk. So it's really got a lot of core involved in this again, because it's 1, 2. So you're gonna have to slow down this walk, especially as you go back in, because your body and that tension's gonna naturally wanna pull you, and you've gotta work against that. So you've gotta go walk with your breath. So you've gotta inhale, exhale, as you bring that outer foot, or you bring that inner foot back in, and then the opposite, okay? So that we're using, once again, our core. So you're gonna do that for 30 seconds. 2, 2. Then we have a lateral sandbag drag with 4 mountain climbers. So it's 2 drags. So you got your sandbag, we're in that plank position. Okay, again, we're in that position where our shoulders are down and back away from our ears and our core is pulled in. So it's almost the same kind of position we use for that hanging crunch, except for now we're parallel to the ground. So we're gonna tilt that pelvis a little bit, make sure our back is nice and flat. We're gonna pull, and then pull, and then we got 1, 2, 3, 4 mountain climbers, and then start over. 2, pull, pull, mountain climbers, and you're gonna do that 5 times. So 2 pulls and 4 mountain climbers equals 1. Okay. Then we go into a single leg inchworm with no push-up, so it's just an inchworm out. So whatever leg you're starting on, you're going to go down, okay, hinging, making sure that your back stays as flat as you can get it. Inchworm out to this fully plank position, and then inchworm back in. And from here, you're gonna grab that dumbbell or that kettlebell, and you're going to deadlift it up on one leg, okay? And then bring it back down to the ground, inchworm back out, okay? Inchworm back in, sitting into those hips, and then deadlift that kettlebell up. No push-up. No push-up at the top. Yeah, just inchworm out. Take a second though at that fully extended inchworm plank position and cue that core and then come back in. So go slow, but yeah, no push-up. So you got 5 of those on each side. Then we go into a dumbbell unilateral jump lunge and a press. So this is fun. So you got a dumbbell, okay? If it's in my right hand, it's my right leg that I'm going down on, and you're gonna reverse lunge, and then as you come up, you're gonna jump and press. So you're switching feet, so contralateral again, okay? And then you go back, and then when you come up, you jump and press, switching your feet, come down, and then come up, okay? So you've got 6 to 8 of those on each side, okay? Make sure that you pick a weight so that when you go into that press, you're not doing this, okay? You want to be able to stabilize that weight from here overhead without overextending that back. You want to keep that neutral spine. You want to keep that lower back protected. So play around with the weight. Don't go too heavy to start. If you want to add weight to it, you can. So maybe start a little lighter and work your way up, and make sure that this position, that's where you're fully extending to cue that core. So you're exhaling here. Okay, and then we've got a banded glute bridge with a lateral step. When did you start the outside stuff?
Dumbbell.
Dumbbell. Okay, so on that jump lunge, that's when you're gonna start out on the field. And the next one's actually a dumbbell weighted in and out squat. So you've got the mini band around your legs, and you're gonna go out and all the way up while holding the dumbbell, okay? So you got here, okay? Mini band is around your knees, so you're gonna get a little more activation through your abductors, okay? Or your adductors. So you go in, out, squat, okay? In and out jump squat.
When you come up, you're actually at full extension?
Yes, yep. You're actually coming up, so you're in, and then extend, squatting, and then coming up and coming in, okay? Then we have a glute bridge, so you're gonna keep that band on, and then you've got a glute bridge with a lateral step. So we get into that glute bridge, so we inhale. As we exhale, we kind of roll that spine up into your glute bridge, and then from here with that band around your knees, you're going to laterally step one leg out and come in. Trying not to let your hips dip at all. So a lot of pressure on the stabilizing leg as you step out, and then squeeze this glute when it's extended, and then come in. Trying not to move too much. So you can see, if you just kind of put your hands on your hip bones, if when you go to move this leg, you've got a lot of like moving through here, then you know you've got to stabilize those hips a little bit more as you move in and out with that band, okay? So you're gonna do 8 on one side and then do 8 on the other. You're not alternating on those. And then we go into a lateral lunge to balance. This doesn't have weight. If you want to add weight to it, you can, but we're just gonna laterally lunge and then come up to the center and balance. Again, taking that second to make sure that your spine is nice and neutral, your core is drawn completely in, and then you're gonna lunge and come up. You're gonna do one side, 10 to 12, do a field lap. Then you're gonna come back, do 10 to 12 on the other side, and then do a second field lap. And then start at the top again. That's it. That's Monday.